and welcome to Autocar Professional. I'm Mugdha Mishra and I have the pleasure of the company of Volvo India's head, Mr. Jyoti Malhotra. Thank you so much for joining us today. I want to understand how was last year for you? What I mean is FY26, how was it? What were your key milestones? You did launch a completely new segment, luxury car, EX30. So how was the performance?
First of all, thank you and a pleasure talking to you. When I look back at last year has been actually very exciting, but also very challenging. Challenging larger from more or less from our geopolitical issues. A lot of things came in, tariffs and other things that have created a lot of uncertainty. But for us, I would say there are 2-3 key interesting things. One is, as you said, EX30. We brought in the EX30, which is a category creator, and we are very happy and with the encouraging response that we have got, because this is something like creating a new road, and we are trying to do a lot of groundwork to ensure that we are able to meet the aspirations and affordability cusp. So I think that's something that is really went well for us. And the other two things is that we also, during the course of the year or last 12-15 months, we had brought in a new XC90 and a new XC60, and both have brought in very good response from the customers. Both in terms of, I would say, numbers. More than numbers, it is about because we have seen there is a very deep loyalty of XC90 customers. Many of them were basically requesting for a upgrade or a better car, and once we brought in, they were really happy to sort of own that.
So lots of your existing XC90 customers went back to XC90, the new XC90.
Yeah, some of them, not all of them, but many of them who were waiting for a newer upgrade version sort of went for that. And then there are other loyal customers who come in, and I think we have seen new customers also coming forward and buying XC90s. So overall, I think we got very, very good response on both these cars and also the EX30 early date. The other very interesting thing is last year, we have continued to sell almost 1 in every 4 cars that we sell are electric. And I think you can see the portfolio becomes very balanced. We have almost close to 1/4 cars are coming from electric, and then the rest of 3/4 cars that we are selling are in form of mild hybrid ICE cars. And we have a very balanced portfolio, and the way I think we are able to understand the customer's requirements and we are able to fulfill that. I think overall, I think I would say when I look back, it was a very satisfying year.
So if I look at some of the top luxury car players, they have had record year last year. If we compare to that, how is Volvo? I know Volvo is a much smaller player in the market, but still, how has the year been for you in terms of numbers?
See, I can say we've also seen a good growth. Versus, let's say, if you look at FY to FY, I think we grew by almost 6%, which is a positive sign. Despite, I think, first half of the year was very challenging, and then I think we could really get those numbers. But more than numbers, I think we are not, some other company, we are not after numbers. What we are trying to achieve is, I think, looking into creating a right awareness and mind share in customers' mind. And it's a foundation time for us. So we are comparatively, although Volvo is 99 years old, next year we'll be celebrating centenary from a global perspective. In India, we are still a very young company. We have been around for we are still, I think, less than a teenager, I would say, in India. So we are trying to create the right awareness in the market. And whatever we are doing, these are all foundation, brick by brick, year by year, product by product. These are the foundations that we have created within the global guidelines. And I think for us, that is very satisfactory. We have seen good improvements in our internal brand scores, whether it is about awareness, whether it is about consideration to buy, or whether it is willingness to pay. These are the things that we measure. We don't disclose the numbers, but we constantly monitor them. And they have been improving, which is a very, very positive sign, because when you go talk to anybody, any marketing expert, they will tell you that these are very difficult to move parameters. And we are seeing a good movement there. And I think that is the most important part for us. More than numbers, more than share. These are the things, because as I said, these are the foundation time for us. We are preparing for future, and I think participate in the market when the market really grows. And I think Indian market is at cusp of that.
You know, you gave the analogy of a teenager. Now, when kids are in teenage, they are expected to behave erratically or too excitedly. So, can we expect something very exciting from Volvo now?
So we are very responsible teenagers. We have
Oxymoronic statement.
Scandinavian roots, and I think in terms of I think when I say responsible for us, we are all a brand which is known for safety, which is very deeply ingrained, and we will always continue to ensure that we continue to build on that. And then sustainability, which is an extension of safety. We focus a lot. Electric cars or electrification is part of sustainability pillar, so to say. And then our ethos of being a Scandinavian, making things simpler, minimalistic, and still luxurious is what we stand for. I think we'll continue to want that. So when we talk about our future and what makes us exciting, I would say that very soon we will bring 2 more electric cars. We had promised that we'll bring 1 electric car every year. We brought in the EX30, and now we will be bringing 2 new cars in the 90 series later in this year, or I think next few months you will see those cars coming out. And they are from our 90 series cars and SUV and sedan. So that is something very exciting. And as I said, this is something which will help us create one more level of strong foundation for us and prepare ourselves for future. So I think that's what we are looking forward to, something coming up very soon and very exciting.
That's indeed very exciting, because the top end of the luxury segment is really adopting EVs very fast. Now, I want to understand, last year there was a little change in Volvo's communication globally, where they had kept a target of 2030 to go full electric, and then they said, okay, we are moving that target. So how has that impacted your India brand perception?
See, we always said that we want to become an all-electric car company, and at one point we did say that we want to do this by 2030. So now what we have said is our end goal is still the same. We want to become an all-electric car company, but we are not saying that we want to do it by 2030. We will do it, and what we have seen being a multinational companies, every market behaves differently. Adoption rates are different in different countries, regulations are different in different countries, and they change all the time. So we need to respect that. Same thing applies to us. If you see in a market where the electrification penetration is probably now reached to around 4%, in our segment it has reached to 10-11%, we are already at 25%. So we are moving our direction, and our end goal is still the same. We also brought in 2 new ICE cars, mild hybrid cars, XC60 and XC90, and we have seen a very positive response on that. Hence, we are offering a very balanced portfolio, and our messaging goes through our offering in the market, right? So when we offer a newer car, a new variant, or a new car on XC60 and XC90, that gives a message that we are continuing to sell mild hybrids while we also try to bring in new electric cars. So that goal was taken very positively by our customers and our, I think, stakeholders, and that has quite worked well for us.
You talk about Scandinavian design philosophy, minimalistic design philosophy. It's generally said that Indians like loud and they prefer flashy stuff. Is that something that you have also seen? Is that something that is, something that Volvo wants to consider?
I think it has changed. I think India has changed from what it was 10 years back to what it is today. I think 10 years, 15, 20 years back, I think luxury meant loud. People wanted to state it in a very loud, and I would say
make a statement
around that. What has changed now is people have started to understand the power of minimalism, power of being a simplicity. See, we live in a country which is full of chaos, right? Being at peace and having something which is simple is a luxury, and people have started to realize that.
Yeah, the quiet luxury.
Quiet luxury, and I think that's what we stand for. We offer something which is very safe, which is very Scandinavian, and something which is very sustainable, and that's what we are. We are not trying to pretend somebody whom we are not. We want to be genuine and responsible and offer the best we can offer to the society.
So, have you seen that there are certain type of customers that come to Volvo, or is the customer base wider?
I think we have a wide base of customers, but I think what we have seen, especially with EX30, is, as I said, it's creating a new category, and in EX30 brings in a customer who are aspiring, but probably from affordability perspective are a little far away. I think EX30 fulfills that that sort of, or brings that both in together, aspiration and affordability. And I think what we have seen is a lot of these customers, in my view, and what I've seen in early times, I think it's an ideal car for dinks at heart, and not necessarily dinks by the definition of it, but dinks at heart. I think this car really suits them. People who want to really enjoy their drive, they want to move around and enjoy a car which is very sustainable, very safe. So I think that's a one category which is emerging. The other one also is something which we have seen emerge in India now is the empty nest, so-called empty nest, what was existing in US is starting to sort of now evolve in India, and I believe that would something which will which we are able to offer a very good sort of offering to them. And then on the other extreme is in India we have seen there is a big movement toward SUVs. So we have XC60 and XC90, which is fulfilling that need as well, while remaining very simple, very minimalistic, but offering a quiet luxury, something which people really cherish, which really, जो हिंदी में बोलते हैं ना हटके, it's in simplicity is now a new हटके, right? So it stands out. That luxury stands out. So we are offering and attracting those customers as well.
You mentioned that you are going to launch two products this year, that too in the higher segment, 92 options there. So what kind of growth are you expecting this year?
See, as I said earlier, we are not chasing numbers here. For us, each car is sort of making our foundation stronger. And the most important part there is, as I said earlier, is about creating the right level of awareness, ensuring that we are there when a customer is thinking of buying a luxury car, we are part of that consideration. And we are a luxury player, which means we are a premium luxury player, and we willingness to pay from a customer should be there. So I think these cars will really help us on all these parameters. It will help us improve the awareness, it will help them understand who we are, fulfilling their aspiration, and also ensuring that we are able to move all these parameters. That's the most important part for us.
My one last question. What is your localization currently, and are you planning to improve it? I know when we were having a conversation earlier, you said that Indian luxury market is at the cusp of expanding exponentially. So has your HQ's view about India changed, and will they be willing to invest substantially as and when you see the big change happen?
No, we have invested in India in the sense that you see till 2017 we were basically importing cars, CBU, and just selling them. Then car by car, one by one, we started making them in India. All the cars that we do here are CKDs. So we have already done everything, including electric cars. We were the first, I would say, electric car maker to do the CKDs in India. So all our cars that we are selling in India are all assembled here in India in Bangalore. So that's very much there. And as the market evolves, I think we need to continue to bring in within our portfolio the right product lines and have the right sort of base. Today, for the Indian market size for luxury cars, CKD is the best option that we believe.
But do you see localization of your parts also a part of that strategy?
So that is, as I said, I think that is depends on the size of the market.
Yeah.
The size of the market today is still, in our view, CKD is the best option that we can offer. And we also look at, in the near future, there is a FTA is being signed. There is already a EU FTA which will come in place. There is a US FTA. There are others which are coming through. So we'll have to look at in a holistic way and see what's the best way to take it forward. But for now, we believe very strongly that CKD is the right operation that we have.
All right, Mr. Malhotra. Thank you so much and best of luck for this year.
pleasure.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.